Hello, greetings. Yeah, so I found out for sure under Iranian law, apostasy from Shia faith is punishable by death. So here too, they could take me to my Shia Waqaf and get me executed. Death penalty. So you see, if you're saying, if these Shias are saying I'm stubborn, I can't see, and we have the freedom to find out about the truth, but remain in Islam, and you expect me to believe in a prophet where I have now again refreshed my memory. So about Prophet Muhammad's infallibility. Now, my neck is kind of something's happening. Yes, Prophet doesn't make a mistake, and if it's not a mistake, he's sinless, he's infallible. Prophet doesn't make a mistake, and but like he has different laws for himself. He's asked others not to practice something like fasting for a long time. It's called something in in the Arabic language, which I have forgotten. So he's asked his followers not to do what he was doing, fasting. Okay, but about infallibility of Prophet Muhammad, Sunni Shias have different views and beliefs. And so don't tell me the Shias cannot get stubborn Sayyids, from the progeny of Prophet Muhammad, and even get me killed. Khomeini was alive, I would have died. Death penalty. Those who have given me this internet to talk like this, perhaps would also be stabbed to death. The printers and all involved in printing Salman Rushdie's satanic verses. So don't tell me you people are not stubborn. And if you wonder why the Sunnis are coming after you, oh my God, those extremists. But if you left alone to yourselves in power, then the Sunnis are afraid of you. And even Murtads are afraid of both of you, that you will kill us. You will not only kill us, but if I was in London, you would have killed the man who gave me internet, my internet provider, my social media. You would have reported YouTube, my account. Iran. And wherever the majority of Shias rule. So I'm really sorry. I've been repeating myself, and then again you will, so I was thinking, okay, they're going to say prostitution is haram, but why all of a sudden God mentions if you are compelled into prostitution, the slave girls, and then like that. So I can repeat myself and say things. Well, it doesn't sit in my mind. You will say prostitution is haram because modesty is required and keeping chaste is required. Okay? So, saying it that way, although I don't agree with it, Allah should not have put it in that way in Surah Nur. Ayat 33. Then he would have made sure to say prostitution is haram. There and then, in that ayat, in case they are not willing. So he leaves room for normal prostitution. But then you will tell me no. Okay, so what I'll do is, I thought of infallibility, and there's a difference of opinion and belief in Shia and Sunnis. Prophet Muhammad in the Shia is infallible. He can't make mistakes. If he can make mistakes, then we come here in Surah Nur. And if we ask the Shias anything, like, then they say, he's too high. Prophet Muhammad, we can't know what he did. But sometimes we need to know his wisdom, why he did this. And the wisdom we are told in the Quran. So we need to find an expert, and no, I cannot believe in the experts and all this, whether they are Shias, big ulamas. I'm sorry. I may sound rude now, but really I'm not. I'm very passionate, very angry to see the injustice done, and I can feel it inside but can't say it. Because then if the Shias are in majority, I would have been I would have been killed by the Sunnis before even, as a Shia. But now as a Murtad, I'm from both ways. I have death penalty on myself. I've invited. Okay, so Shia say that Prophet Muhammad vehemently, like there's no way Prophet Muhammad can make a mistake. And if he did that in Surah Ayat, by adopting Zedd, as the custom was in the pagan Arab time with the pagan Arabs, then you see, if you read the infallibility of Prophet Muhammad, like it's equal to, there's one verse that I've forgotten, infallibility of Prophet Muhammad, like it, obeying Prophet Muhammad is like obeying Allah. There's one verse that has not come to my attention, and here it is mentioned in Al-Islam. So it's a lot I had to read. I mean, for me right now, after all what I did, 2 hours, then take a break in 1 hour. One verse I want to bring to your attention is, just a minute. Yes, here it is. It's whoever obeys the messenger, he indeed obeys Allah. Quran, Surah Nisa, chapter 4, verse 80. This is on the infallibility, and I found this verse here. al-islam.org. Infallibility of the Prophet. So, and whoever obeys the messenger, he indeed obeys Allah. Quran, Surah 4, verse 80. And I've gotten really scared here. Because you see, they say that Prophet Muhammad cannot make a mistake. And I didn't find that verse. Sorry, I did not find the verse in, there's another, we have to go, infallibility of the prophets. Continues, next page, reason and logic. Oh God, oh you believe, why do you say that which you do not act? Why do you say that which you do not act? It is most hateful in the sight of Allah that you say that which you do not act. O you who believe. Quran, Surah 61, verse 22, verse 2 to 3. So why do you say and you do not act upon it? Oh my God. Sorry, my English is deteriorating. Why do you say that which you do not act? It is most hateful. Huh? Why did your prophet change? He makes a mistake. You say he's made an unintentional mistake. See, read this, all this. And do you know about Maria the Coptic? That's in Surah Tahrim. They say it's most like, it's honey. It's honey. And where does I checked both the references given by a Shia for that Surah Tahrim. That, it's by the Sunni. It's from the Sunnis hadiths and Tariq, or what whatever it is. Sorry. Oh my God, they're Sunnis. So I've been confused here. I cannot believe in such a prophet. I read Al-Kafi and I was long time ago, when I was like 19 years old. Please, I can't take this. Infallibility of prophets. So I read he can't make a mistake. Where was that? Third part. Infallibility of the prophets. Yeah, it's for sure. What's injustice here and affliction affects? My God. Prophet cannot make a mistake. Oh, this is on Imamat starts now. Infallibility. Wait a minute, maybe. So I think I've reference to infallibility in Sahih al-Tirmidhi. This is Sunni. So they explain all this and they've done a great job, but however, they haven't done a great job in satisfying my confusion and all this. But one thing is that Prophet doesn't make a mistake. Where is that one? Look at this. But if I show you this, I hope I can. I'll be slow in reading. This is a Quran ayat. Witness to the perfection of his character is found in Quran, where Allah states, and most certainly you are on sublime morality, in brackets, exalted standard of character. Quran, Surah 68, verse 4. A man committing mistakes does not deserve such compliments. All these verses clearly prove two things. Okay, what a man committing mistakes does not deserve such compliments. That most surely you stand, most certainly you are on sublime morality. The authority of Holy Prophet, believers unlimited, all comprehensive, upon the believers was unlimited and all comprehensive. But we cannot, at least, no, please, you do not have this authority over me. Second, supreme authority was given to him because he was sinless, masoom, and free from all types of errors and sins. Otherwise, Allah would not have ordered us to obey Him with no questioning or doubt. Otherwise, Allah would not have ordered us to obey Him with no questioning or doubt. But excuse me, remember this here from the Shia website, 12 Shias. A man committing mistakes does not deserve committing what? Mistakes. Such compliments. All these verses clearly prove two things. Why? You know why the Sunnis say that? No. In his, he was infallible in his messages, these Quranic ayats, imparting them. Disclaimer: the 12-verse Shiites do not hold any human being, whether he be a prophet, a messenger, or an imam, to be divine. We do not worship human beings. Okay. Infallibility according to Sunnis. The Sunni scholars do not speak in one voice on this subject. Some Sunnis claim that the Prophet is sinless or infallible only in the delivery of Allah's message. Other than that, he just like others, sins and makes mistakes in many things. This faction of Sunnis base their opinion on the traditions narrated in their books about how the Prophet falls asleep and forgets the prayer time and even forgets to perform the necessary ablution for prayer. Sahih al-Bukhari, Arabic version, volume 1, page 37, 44, and 171. Furthermore, they claim that he used to sit with Aisha and watch a dance with music. Sahih al-Bukhari, Arabic version, volume 3, page 228. They also claim that he was affected by a magical spell that caused severe episodes of hallucination on his part. Sahih al-Bukhari, Arabic version, volume 7, page 29, and volume 4, page 68. These are but a few of the most heinous of acts that these scholars attribute to the mercy to mankind. The Messenger of Allah, Muhammad. Note that according to the Shia, these traditions are not authentic, nor do they constitute any truth whatsoever. Again, these traditions were inserted into their books by the Umayyad, among others, to justify their own corruption and insolence. Current state of Ummah is not because a few of us aren't praying or fasting. It is because some people have changed and mutilated the religion of Allah to satisfy their lust, just like the Christians and Jews did. That's exactly what we have fallen into. We sin, then we say, so what? The Prophet himself was a sinner. Purified be the prophets and the messengers of Allah from being of such a sinful nature. By Allah, to say such a thing is more of an insult to Allah than it is to the Prophet and the messengers. Okay, so all these conflicts. The Shia, on the other hand, state that all the prophets and messengers of Allah, with no exception, are sinless and infallible, even before they became prophets and messengers. Even before they became prophets and messengers. For instance, although Prophet Muhammad became messenger at the age of 40, the Shia assert that even in the first 40 years of his life, he was sinless and infallible, an assertion that history attests to as well. It It is indeed frustrating to conceive of a human being who is not sinful. So let us define the concept of infallibility. So human soul certainly incites evil. The human soul, this is Quran ayat they've given, Surah 12 verse 53. Now I'm tired, so I'll be making some of these ridiculous mistakes, small. Verse ko Surah. I read the whole Surah Nur. Oh God. Not finding a punishment for these people who do compel. This is such a terrible, unimaginable crime for us, Shias. Not to have a punishment for them. Mentioned in Surah Nur. Or fornication? No, there should be a different punishment for these who force prostitution onto these girls. For worldly gains. Okay, now where do I have to go? I have to go to where the Prophet made the mistake. Where? Surah Ahzab. So there we are told about, I was reading Maria the Coptic. He swore on, he made Hafsa a witness, saying that I will never sleep with Maria the Coptic in your house, or, when you are gone. He didn't swear by Allah. So if you read the Sunni hadiths and the history of Prophet Muhammad, they've recorded in those. This is so whatever it is, really. That first I'll go to Surah Ahzab, and if I remember and have the strength, Surah Ahzab. No. You go to where? Mistake. Multilingual. It's I think. So then we come here. There is no sin on you. No, there's no blame on you concerning that in which you made a mistake. But concerning that which your hearts do purposely, blame may rest on you. And there's no sin for you in the mistakes that you make unintentionally. But what your heart's purpose, that will be a sin for you. Your heart's purpose. So call the adopted sons by their natural fathers and not by those who have adopted them, which corresponds with truth and reality. It is better to call them brothers in faith or friends, because brotherhood is used in a wider sense than fatherhood, and it is not likely to be misunderstood. Salima, daughter of Abi Umayya. Prophet made a mistake, but they're saying mistake is made. But Prophet can make no mistake because he's God conscious and he must wait for God's revelations. In our Shia Islam, he cannot just adopt a son, because you see in that Quran ayat, obedience to Muhammad, this messenger of Allah, is obedience to the messenger of Allah is like obedience to Allah. Is, what was that, Surah 64? No, but the Shias will certainly, but then they will say, oh, God corrected him. This is not a sin. This is for greater good. Greater good. That then it changed. The messenger of Allah. So I'll try to go step by step so that when I'm talking or, then we can, maybe it will take 2 months, 3 months, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, repeating. In the market of Akka, Zedd bin Harith was being sold as a slave. The Holy Prophet purchased him and adopted him as his son. Excuse me, I'm drinking tea. And the father of Zedd was a man of means. When he came to know that his kidnapped son was sold as a slave, he approached Abu Talib to obtain the freedom of Zedd from his nephew. The Holy Prophet at once set him free and gave him permission to go with his father, but Zedd decided to remain with the Holy Prophet. The Holy Prophet asked the people to bear witness that from that day Zedd was his son and he was his father. Then he married his cousin Zainab, a very beautiful young woman, to Zedd. It so happened that they could not live happily together. Zedd divorced Zainab. To save Zainab from the misery of a divorcee, Allah commanded the Holy Prophet to marry Zainab. According to pagan formula, when a man wanted to get rid of his wife without making her free to remarry, he simply said to her, "You are to me as the back of my mother." Likewise, an adopted son was treated as a natural son. It was this crudity of the pagan morals that, upon the Holy Prophet's marrying the divorced wife of his freed man Zedd, who was also his adopted son, gave rise to a great deal of hostile criticism. Islam abolished these widespread foolish customs. In Islam, according to verse 23 of Nisa, those who have been wives of your sons proceeding from your loins are within the prohibited degree of marriage, and this does not apply to adopted sons. Adoption in the technical sense is not allowed in Islam. Aka Mehdi Puya says, if there is absolute submission to the will of Allah in the heart of a man, there cannot be any room for ghair Allah, other than Allah, in brackets, other than Allah, close brackets, in it. Sauda, daughter of Zuma. Okay, so this is from the Shia website, and Shia, whatever the Shias have approved of, from the Sunni hadiths and all. So the point here is that, look at this, that Prophet Muhammad made the people a witness and proclaim a Prophet Muhammad. No, proclaim a messenger. Oh my goodness. And he made who? Not Allah. He made the people their witness to this, that he is taking Zedd as his son. And now he's the father of Zedd. Here, God does not stop him. No, don't do this. Because, when, and then he married Zedd. So when some tragedy like this happens, and So God realizes that now I can tell him that, in order to get married to Zainab and Josh, now I realize that this was a terrible mistake. This was just a mistake you made unintentional. Like practicing this crude pagan thing of adoption. So did Prophet Muhammad make a terrible mistake? But it says, no, he made an unintentional mistake here. That's okay. Verse 5, Surah. Oh my God, you're going to kill me. Shias also? Yes. So before you kill me, just give me some time. And I'm, you know what, Ayatollah Khomeini, the head of the state of Iran, said that these foreigners and all are now falsely accusing Prophet Muhammad. I think we should be, oh my God. Look, go to Shia website again, please, because I don't have a Windows open here. And I haven't even used the Chrome here. Oh my God. Look at this, okay? What is this? There is no blame on you concerning that in which you made a mistake. Made a mistake, made a mistake, made a mistake. There is no sin for you, Pictel. There is no sin for you in the mistakes that you make unintentionally. How could such a prophet, infallible, make such a mistake? And there's no blame on you if you make a mistake therein. What counts is the intention of your hearts. Yani, Prophet Muhammad's heart was good when he adopted and practiced this pagan religion. A crude, what does it say? A crude practice. It was this crudity of the pagan morals. Natural son. Likewise, an adopted son was treated as a natural son. It was this crudity of the pagan morals that, upon the Holy Prophet's marrying the divorced wife of his freedman Zedd, who was also his adopted son, gave rise to a great deal of hostile criticism. Islam abolished these widespread foolish customs. Foolish customs. Or it was the crudity of these pagans. So this was a foolish custom which Prophet Muhammad practiced, and this is just the explanation from wherever narrations we are getting. And the Shias have accepted these narrations, Islamic history. But yet in the Quran ayat we are told that if you make such a mistake, there's no sin on you, which you made. You made a mistake, which you unintentionally made. What counts is the intention of your hearts. So the heart's intentions are important. Intention is very important. Heart's intentions are very important. But you see here it says you made a mistake. And it refers to the mistake Prophet Muhammad has made here by adopting. Allah has not made for any man two hearts. He made your wives divorce their heart, nor has He made your adopted sons your sons. Such is only your manner of speech by your mouths. So such, see, what did they say in the infallibility in the Shia website? That what you say, you should also do. The infallible Prophet does this. It is despicable, it is hateful, and the Quran ayat is given that when you say something and you don't really mean it, and you do something else, it is hateful in the sight of Allah. That you say something else and you do something else. That Quran ayat I have forgotten. So no, Prophet Muhammad cannot do that. This is only a saying of your mouths, speech by your mouths. But here we are told, we are given detailed account, and this is accepted, this detailed account is accepted by the Shias, that's why they're giving it. How? What were the detailed account? How Prophet Muhammad made Zedd his adopted son. First he made him, we thought Hazrat Khadija, Zedd was Hazrat Khadija's slave. Anyway, someone said this, probably from the Sunni side I got it, I don't know. Probably not from my Shia side. But then Prophet Muhammad has bought him as a slave, and then Zedd, and then he adopted him as his son. So when the father even came, this is going on like the father is not given back and Zedd doesn't want to go back to his father. So what Prophet Muhammad did was set him free and gave him permission to go with his father. But Zedd decided to remain with the Holy Prophet. The Holy Prophet asked who? The people to bear witness. The people to bear witness. My goodness. Not Allah to bear witness. Not only one Imam Ali, the faithful. Amir al-Mu'mineen Imam Ali. No. He asked the people to bear witness. Holy Prophet is asking the people to bear witness, not even Zedd. Okay? And from that day Zedd was his son and he was his father. Then he married. Now Allah is completely silent over here. Remember, Allah is silent when Shaitan goes and Adam sins, and then, the Shias are going to come after me. You see, because they're going to say that Adam there didn't really sin. He was in his pure state. He made an unintentional mistake, Adam, over there. Shaitan, so God is quiet. Here Prophet Muhammad is making a mistake, we are told later on in the ayat. We are told in the ayat. No, here he's making a mistake. But for the great reason to save Zainab bin Josh and get married to her. And Allah now has said, okay, you made an unintentional mistake by practicing this foolish custom of the pagans. But what does this verse, and also consider this verse, that You are just saying from your mouths what you really should not be. It's only from your mouths you are saying this. Surely you are saying it. Surely Prophet Muhammad, he's not his real son, not his natural son, biological son. Whereas the pagans who were taking these adopted sons as their natural sons and were living by what the word, by their mouth, what they said, and they lived it and they maintained it, are what? They only say by their speech, by their mouth, but they don't really, they mean it. Nor has he, Allah is saying that, see, Allah has not made, just body and wives, mothers, and who knows, where's the proof that the pagan Arabs were doing this? First, let me get you. Nor has he made your adopted sons your sons. He has not made your adopted sons your sons. Then why don't you stop Prophet Muhammad, that nip it in the bud before he makes these people also witnesses? He hasn't privately said, okay, I'm practicing the pagan Arab, I'm making you my son and you are now my father. He made people witnesses. Such is only your manner of speech by your mouths. I just got this, Muhammad, that you are going to execute me for. Who you should have executed long time ago. You Shias also, Sayyids and all, who are going to mete out this punishment to me. Knowledgeable Shias. Such is only the manner of speech by your mouth. So Allah let him practice, which is the manner of speech by these pagan Arabs' mouths. This foolish custom. Now where has Muhammad been put? Equal with the pagans. He has also done this sin. Foolish act. Two hearts in one breast means two inconsistent attitudes, serving Allah and His Prophet and also subscribing to the theories and actions of the disbelievers and the hypocrites. Ali commentary. Two hearts in one breast means two inconsistent attitudes, serving Allah and His Prophet and also subscribing. Who actually subscribed? Why are you telling? Please, you're going to tell the believers that you did, or these hypocrites, or these believers. No, these are not true believers. They subscribe to the disbelievers' actions and theories also, serving Allah and His Prophet and also subscribing along with that. So these are hypocrites. And also subscribing to the theories and actions of the disbelievers and the hypocrites. God has given him a warning here. Oh Prophet, with exclamation mark. Be careful of your duty to Allah and do not comply with the wishes of the unbelievers. Now which poor Muslim, or in Surah Abasa, some companion has done this? No, Zara. This is, these Sunnis, they say, oh Prophet here. Like they said in Surah Abasa. But there was this terrible Sahaba, accursed is man. In Surah Abasa, remember? Abasa. Who Do you see how I caught this Muhammad, prophet here? Here, no Shia can tell you that this actually was a Sahaba, not prophet, not our prophet, no. Like in Surah Abasa, the Shias would tell you. He's given a warning here. Oh, prophet, fear Allah. And fear Allah, safeguard yourself. Do not obey, hearken, or follow the disbelievers and the hypocrites. Is addressed to the followers. Ali, you have such audacity. Is addressed to the followers of the Holy Prophet through him. Not the Holy Prophet, no. But who even practiced this? Forget this. Oh, in Medina and Muslims, Battle of Khandaq. Hypocrites to league with the... Oh, goodness. Don't forget this, read it. Yes. But who practiced the full... Oh my God, you're getting a poor Muslim into trouble. Followers of Prophet Muhammad. What did Prophet Muhammad himself do? Here, we are told, adopt a son. This was a foolish practice of the pagan Arabs. And look at their crudity. And I will see Shia's crudity when they execute me here. I will see your criticism against me, that I am falsely accusing. How dare you? How dare she falsely accuse our great-great-great-great-great-grandfather? The Prophet and his progeny is pure. طيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين. Such progeny of the Prophet Muhammad and Prophet Muhammad himself. And then we don't understand this. Some Shias will tell you, you go to a religious scholar, expert in the Quran, and tell him. And if I go to Sayyid Ammar, he will say, what in the crudity? I will probably there and there, they will send me, say you go Iran. Iraq. Now Iraq, some Shias are also come on the top. Oh my God. Sorry, just drinking tea. No. How can the Prophet be warned? Okay, so they did something in Khandaq, in Medina, besieged Medina. Fear Allah, safeguard yourselves against evil with the help of the divine laws made by Allah, and do not obey, hearken, or follow the disbelievers and the hypocrites. Is addressed to the followers of the Holy Prophet, not the Holy, through him. The 5th year of Hijrah was a critical year in the history of early Islam. The pagans of Makkah, the Jews and Bedouin Arabs entered into an unholy alliance against Islam and came with a force of 10,000 men in the month of Shawwal and besieged Medina. The hypocrites among the Muslims in Medina were in secret league with the invading army. Please refer to the commentary of Al-Baqarah 6-20 and Ali Imran 121, 122, 128, 142, 142, 144, 151, and all this, right? The hypocrites among the Muslims to know, and many etc., etc. verses, to know about the role played by the hypocrites among the Muslims to stop the march of Islam. As to the battle of Khandaq, which took place when the allied forces of the disbelievers besieged them. It's stopping me. The holy, okay, I cannot. No, and but when the Prophet makes an unintentional, but now this warning is for the because this happened. This is not for that you practiced pagan foolish custom. Who practiced it? Thank God these hypocrite Muslims didn't practice this foolish. One of the Sahabas didn't. I can catch him now. So, you know what I mean? Sayyids will be the first ones, Shia Sayyids. What are you saying to our great grandfather? Oh, if you read our Infallibility with the Shia, you will compify. It's trembling. Oh, and who says what they do not mean? He said what he did. You see? The action he took, he had to change. And now he brings Allah into this. And the great wisdom of Allah. And Allah even gives you a reason why he practiced. Who practiced? Holy Prophet made Zedd. Thank God the verse put Zedd's name in it. And rely on Allah, and Allah is sufficient for a protector. Dispose and follow that which is inspired in thee from thy Lord. But tell me, has he followed? Here, he hasn't followed what is inspired in thee by his Lord, has he? So please, before executing me, O Prophet, fear Allah and hearken not to the unbelievers and the hypocrites. Oh, this is the first verse. Again, I'm repeating this. And follow what is revealed to you from your Lord. Excuse me. Forget this right now, the commentary. Please. Okay? Because I see Shias taking from Sunnis also, because our narrations, Imams have not given bad things about Prophet Muhammad or anything, any mistake, but here in the Quran is given. Just first read this Quran, then we will see if we can come up and read this. Because some Shias have taken from Sunni history sources, Islamic sources also. Why? To do thorough research, we are told. For thorough research. And follow what is revealed. But still, I feel they have this prejudice bias because they are Sayyids. And follow what is revealed to you from your Lord. Even your Prophet hasn't followed at this time. When adopting Zedd as a son, has he followed? Ask yourselves. And follow what is revealed to you from your Lord. No, he didn't follow. And then the Lord is saying, you made an unintentional mistake. If it was a Sahaba, they would have said, accursed is man, like in Surah Abasa. Accursed is man. You are a hypocrite. You, see, if you read slowly, step by step, without prejudice, because I'll tell you why I have to do this. and why you need to do this too. You need to do this and follow what is revealed to you from your Lord. How can we follow Allah? How can we follow the Messenger of Allah here? Because you took time. The Holy Prophet follows only that which is revealed. Only. The Holy Prophet follows only that which is revealed to him. What if something is not revealed? Oh, then he made a mistake. The Holy Prophet follows only that which is revealed to him. Who is the hypocrite here? Who is the one? The hypocrites among Muslims in Medina were in secret. Who is the one? Where was that thing I read about the hypocrites? What are these hypocrites doing? Fear Allah, hearken not to the unbelievers and the hypocrites. Now verily Allah is full of knowledge and wisdom. Doesn't the Prophet know Allah is full of knowledge and wisdom? He surely knows this. Then why does he make a mistake like that? Fear Allah, safeguard yourselves against evil with the help of the divine laws made by Allah. And do not obey, hearken, or follow the disbelievers and the hypocrites. Then why does the Prophet, Holy Prophet, practice adopted son, which is a foolish thing? Foolish. The Holy Prophet follows only that which is revealed to him. Excuse me. Shias? What lies? And follow what is revealed to you from your Lord. Surely Allah is aware of what you do. And rely on Allah, and Allah is sufficient as a protector. Allah has not made for you any two hearts, for any man two hearts within him, nor has he made your wives whose backs you liken to the back. I had enough of this. Has he made those whom you assert to be your sons? You declare to be, he made those whom you claim to be your sons, your sons. Surely Allah, you know that one of them has been now the Holy Prophet, who has declared Zedd to be his son, like the pagans. So why are you telling the pagans? He made those whom you claim to be your sons. This is but a saying of your mouths. Include the Holy Prophet in it. Mean it for the Holy Prophet too. You better do. But Allah said the truth, and He showed the way. Excuse me, Holy Prophet practiced this himself. The foolish pagan, he made those whom you claim to be your... So, this means for the Holy Prophet too. Two hearts, Imam Ali, Ahlul Bayt, love of ours, Imam Jafar Sadiq. Huh? In the market of Akkad, Zedd bin Harith was being sold as a slave. Two hearts in one breast was broken, and people came to know that he was an infidel. Should have written for the Holy Prophet like this. In the market of Akka, Zedd bin Harith was being sold as a slave. The Holy Prophet purchased him and adopted him as his son. The Holy Prophet what? Purchased him and adopted him as a son. Nor has he made your adopted sons your sons. Such is only your manner of speech by your mouths. Wallah Azim, Allah knows best. And you do not just say this to our Prophet, Rasulullah, Habibullah, mercy for all mankind. How can he do such a thing? I'm not just saying it. We do not question him. We follow him blindly. Then please, why don't you follow the pagan Arabs blindly? What they follow? You must have a reason to, on reasonable grounds, on some faith evidence, that you follow Prophet Muhammad, questioning him before you follow him. No, Allah is one. La Sharik Allah. And He has given us that Allah. That is enough for us. Then you are saying the same thing as the Sunnis are saying to me. You see what this is. That's why I had to question this. So you assert from your mouths what you do not. But the Holy Prophet has practiced it. But now my father says that here when he come to here we come to, I want to, Prophet is close. No, he's not, sorry, not to me. Surah, oh, what? So remember that verse that what you say from your mouth but you do not really mean it, or that you do something else, it is most hateful to Allah. But Allah has not hated the Prophet for practicing a foolish thing, saying from his mouth what is not really true. He's not your natural son, you are not his father. Then there's a verse that Prophet Muhammad is not Holy Prophet, Messenger or Nabi, or this messenger is not the father. Muhammad is not the father of any of your men. There's a verse in the Quran. Muhammad is not the father of anyone. So you better, he said here he is the father of Zedd. Then don't tell me that it is, who? Oh, Salman. We give you the name of Ahlul Bayt. You are so close to me. Salman has been given. Salman was just short of being given Salman bin Muhammad, you know. That's what I was told, but I don't know where that hadith, I can't find any hadith. If a son was allowed to meet Salman, I'm just joking, I'm just, so, no, but I'm very serious, this is, and if you, you go to whoever is obedient to Allah and His Messenger, and does good, we will give to her her reward doubly. And we have prepared for her an honorable sustenance. Yeah, this is the verse that when I was asking God for about Mrs. Munira Gulzar, once came, this verse came. O wives of the Prophet, oh no, thank you. I don't need it now. O wives of the Prophet, you are not like any other of the women. This is 32, I was reading 31 verse. Now, and stay in your houses and do not display. And keep up your people of the... okay, I have to come here. Sorry, I have to be very quick. The other things, oh my God. For Muslim men and women, Islam or submitting to Allah's will includes all the virtues. Lo, men who surrender unto Allah, and women who surrender, and men who believe, preserve, men who righteousness, who preserve, and women who persevere, and men who, I can't read, modesty, they guard their modesty, and yes, so you can take this modesty verse and all this. This is verse 35. To keep modest, preserve your modesty. And yet if there is a fear of falling into the sin of fornication, so every way God has, protected you from sin, your men. You can marry those lower graded women. And it behoves not a believing man and a believing woman that they should have any choice in the matter when Allah and His Messenger have decided the matter. Okay. So here, I will come back to this and the commentary under it. And when you said to him to whom Allah, verse 37, okay, my hand is just, and when you said to him to whom Allah had shown favor and to whom you had shown a favor, keep your wife to yourself and be careful. Yes. See, if any Muslim sees this and then you should have the maghfirah. What maghfir? What's that? This is just my hand. I'm just an innocent human. Please, if it looks to so, do not have dirty, keep your mind clean. Do not have dirty thoughts about my hand, my fingers. And when he said to him to whom Allah had shown favor and to whom you had shown a favor, keep your wife to yourself and be careful of your duty to Allah and you concealed in your soul. No, let's go slow. And when you said to him to whom Allah had shown favor and to whom you had shown favor, what favor? Given Zainab bin Josh to him. I see, not the please don't talk about that adoption, because you stripped him off of that foolish pagan custom. Okay, so now we are coming to the to analysis. Oh my goodness. First of all, we are told here that Zainab bin Josh was having problems. Because Zainab bin Josh, in the first instance, did not want to get married to Zedd. So I should have read this. Refer to the commentary of verses 4, 5, and 28 to 32 of this surah about Zedd, Zainab, and the Holy Prophet. Zedd's marriage with the Holy Prophet's cousin Zainab, daughter of Josh, was celebrated in Makkah years before the Hijrah. At the time of their marriage, 8 years, celebrated in Makkah 8 years before the Hijrat. At the time of their marriage, when she was informed by the Holy Prophet, she did not like the proposal, so her brother Abdullah bin Josh, it's true, it's Abdullah bin Josh, and both of them, according to whom? Imam Muhammad al-Baqir, our fifth Imam. According to Imam Muhammad, this narration has come from Imam Muhammad al-Baqir. No one can dispute this now with me. No Shia Sayyid. Okay? And both of them, according to Imam Muhammad bin Ali al-Baqir, now if you bring out a hadith with a narration from Imam Jafar al-Sadiq or Imam Sajjad, Imam Ali, but Imam Muhammad al-Baqir, maybe Imam Ali cannot say something different. Okay. But listen, this is our fifth Imam, right? So please pay attention. So her brother Abdullah bin Josh and both of them according to Imam Muhammad bin Ali al-Baqir wanted to exercise their freedom of choice in this matter. Then this verse was revealed. Very, very scary. We must not put our own wisdom in competition with Allah's wisdom. Slowly, the wisdom of Allah is for a very for as long as we live, that we cannot adopt sons. Because they are not, God has lightened the burden of the believers. That's the wisdom we are told in. But look at this. There will first. This is very important. Zedd, what? Prophet Muhammad wanted to marry his cousin to Zedd, right? So refer to the commentary, Surah about Zedd, Zainab, and the Holy Prophet. Zedd's marriage with the Holy Prophet's cousin Zainab, daughter of Josh, was celebrated in Makkah 8 years before the Hijrat. At the time of their marriage, when she was informed by the Holy Prophet, she did not like the proposal. Why are you using Zainab bin? Oh God. Another thing, for a wisdom, she will get married to Holy Prophet. Holy Prophet will make her the Ummul Mu'mineen. Allah knows best. Zainab ko kalak sena Madina Makkah ki hai ke badhar ki. At the time of their marriage, when she was informed by the Holy Prophet, she did not like the proposal. Why are you forcing her? It is not befitting for a believer, man or woman, when a matter has been decided by Allah and His Messenger. Now she doesn't have a choice in marriage. She's forced to marry. She's scared. Fear. And we say we shouldn't bring fear in. We love the Holy Prophet. Because Holy Prophet there in that Quran ayat said, follow me if you love Allah. Allah will love you. But here do you see a fear? Imam Muhammad al-Baqir says they wanted to exercise their freedom of choice in this matter. Then this verse was revealed. It is not befitting, and it becometh not a believing man or a believing woman, when Allah and His Messenger have decided an affair. You are marrying so many. Let's say Zainab bin Josh, you can marry more than 4 wives at one time, have them let Zainab bin Jash have her choice in this matter. No. You have instilled this fear of obedience, and you said that Allah in His wisdom, Allah and His messenger know, they have the wisdom. This is what Allah's wisdom. We must not put our own wisdom in competition with Allah's wisdom. Now Zedd had to go with this painful marriage for him. No. Later on, God in His greatest wisdom, stop competing with God. Ooh, Shaitan has crept into Zahra Jawad. And oh my God, Jawad, Muhammad Taqi al-Jawad, Imam al-Raza's son, Muhammad al-Taqi, has been given the title of al-Jawad, the generous. Zahra Jawad. And when you said to him, Allah, what is the point I was making? That I'm also escaping from? Oh yes, have accomplished the want of them, and Allah's command shall be performed. Wait a minute. We gave her to you as a wife so that there should be no difficulty for the believers. Zedd and Zainab have to go through this painful marriage for Allah in His most high wisdom, you cannot compete with His wisdom. And we are told you are not to compete. Imam Muhammad al-Baqir has told us. You cannot compete with God's wisdom. As this narration in black. An adopted son is not the real son. Quranic injunctions are valid in all ages. Now, we will come to Aqabuyas. Oh God, if I have the strength. You did fear the people implies that the right course should be followed, whether the people like it or not. No. Aka Mehdi Puya, may I correct you a little bit? People will not like this. Because you know why? These are the people, whether the people like it or not, no. These poor people were deceived by our Prophet Muhammad. Here he bore witness to them, made them a witness, bringing them to witness that Zedd is my son. Read. No, Akapuya, if Holy Prophet, if I'm standing there, and Holy Prophet, who also made an unintentional mistake, you give excuses for him. This is the Holy Prophet brings 10 of us there and says, right? 10 of us, and says, I bear witness. No, you bear witness. We have to bear witness. I say, no, I don't want to bear witness. If tomorrow you are going to say that Allah is changing this and saying that these pagan customs, and you, Muslims must be standing there. Let's say there are, 4 pagan Arabs and 5 Muslims? That's 9. And 1 outsider, Jewish, Medinan. So he's making me bear witness. Huh? He's making me bear witness. And so then he brings out this verse. Because, dear people, I'm a hypocrite. O Prophet, be careful of your duty to Allah and do not comply with the wishes of the unbelievers and the hypocrites. Surely Allah is knowing wise. And follow what is revealed to you from your Lord. Because until now he has not followed what has been revealed to him from his Lord. He is doing, unintentionally making a mistake, very unintentionally making a mistake. Can we say he's ignorantly making a mistake? And you can't compete with Allah's wisdom. But the Prophet inside him has Allah's wisdom. Operating in him all times, he has to. The Holy Prophet follows only that which is revealed to him. As has also been confirmed in verses 1 to 9 of Surah Najm, An-Najm. The verb tamaluna, what you do, in plural, confirms this interpretation. It's not an ayat, it's just Ali Commentary's comments here. And this is an ayat. And follow what is revealed to you from your Lord. Surely Allah is aware of what you do. Second ayat of Surah Ahzab. But tell me, as the Holy Prophet follows only that which is revealed to him. Then you see, you are going to say, I'm the hypocrite, I'm the murtad, apostate, I'm the disbeliever. You must not obey them. And through the Holy Prophet, we are being told this. Because she has deviated. Thank God I did not practice the pagan Arab custom, foolish custom. Whatever you say about it. But yet, I'm the hypocrite, I'm the deviant, I'm the disbeliever now. I'm more than the disbeliever. I'm an apostate. What your prophet did, or what my prophet did when I was a Shia, was that he practiced a foolish, and he's not supposed to do these things. He's only supposed to follow, which they say he follows, which is revealed to him. Why wasn't it revealed to him back then? Because you cannot, then you'll come back here and say, in Allah's wisdom, and what Rasulullah's wisdom is, following Rasulullah, obeying, not following, obeying Rasulullah is as obeying Allah. Allah. It's a verse in the Quran, I've forgotten, if you can check Surah 64. So how can he do such a thing? When everything is done, he's just following the revelations. Obeying Messenger of Allah, obeying Muhammad is obeying Allah. Surah verse verse, Surah, verse, just checking. You see? Oh, you believe. No, it's Surah 64, I think. Let me just check here. Hello, sorry, I've been saying Surah 64. It's Surah Nisa again, verse 80. I've been doing Surah Nisa verses 25 and 19 today. Whoever obeys the messenger obeys Allah, and whoever turns away, then we did not send you to stand guard over them. Surah Nisa, chapter 4 of the Quran, verse 80, Ayat 80. Whoever obeys the messenger obeys Allah. Where's the difference? No difference between Allah and the messenger. Obeying Allah and obeying the messenger. And so the messenger cannot do something different from what Allah tells him to do. No way. Shias have explained why in the Quran it says he's just a man like us. He eats like you people and all this. That doesn't mean, but in his message he has a higher position. Obeying the messenger is like obeying Allah. Didn't you see that? So as a prophet, he's flesh and bone, but as he's a human being, he eats like, they say he eats like us and he's just a man like you, or Allah says that. Oh boy, I will really now. So I'm going to take a break and hopefully continue with this. No. Then everyone would have done what he did, but God just wanted to change it technically, adoption. But before that, Prophet Muhammad practiced the same pagan, foolish type custom, made himself Zedd's father, we are told, and maybe in the proper, in details, Sunni hadiths and narrations of his life and all, Sirat, you may call it, whatever it is called, from the Sunni sources, that Zedd was given Muhammad's name, Zedd bin Muhammad. That detail you will find in the detailed Sunni sources, the oldest sources available for us in writing from the Sunni sources. And then that name was taken away. And he's made people a witness. That's from the Shia. I mean, maybe we've taken it from the Sunni sources, most reliable ones we thought, by thorough research and all this. And so God used these two people for a sacrifice, like to lighten the burden and make this thing that now so bringing two people and making their marriage painful, making their lives painful, until Zedd had to come and ask Prophet Muhammad, like, I would like to, she wants to keep your wife, but she's not getting along with me. So there'll be more details about this. I've already done this on Facebook live streams. Now I want to do it here on YouTube videos. So hopefully, the points I must remember, and every little point I remember detail or errors, I will try to make a video, short video to correct my errors and all that. And so I just need a little to breathe and a break. And I will, I'm just, I can't, can you see why I'm doing this? Why I became an apostate? Thank you so much. I will continue later.